10 years of war in Syria. Destruction, suffering, desolation. The COVID-19 crisis has now aggravated the conflict further. In Brussels, EU and UN officials are calling for funds to be mobilised for Syria, as well as for neighbouring countries which host Syrian refugees. Some observers believe the pandemic might provide a window of opportunity for the EU to step up its involvement in Syria.
Because of the pandemic, those who have been running the show in Syria recently, especially Iran and Syria, are running out of money. So they need somebody who's paying for the humanitarian aid. They need somebody who's paying for the reconstruction. And I really think the European Union should use this as a bargaining chip to get back on the table and to really shape the situation in Syria in a way that we would like to see it going, which means a lot of political reforms, but which also means a strong fight against impunity.
The EU is the biggest financial aid donor to the Syrian people, but along with the US, it also imposes sanctions on Assad's regime. With the pandemic paralysing the Syrian economy, many have called for the suspension of those sanctions which directly affect people's daily lives.
I'm not sure that at this particular time, sanctioning Syria is the right thing to do. But I believe that there's more political reasons to do this, to force an end to the war, to put pressure on Russia, perhaps, to seek an end to the war, since they have the more influence in the region, to include Iran as well. So to answer your question specifically, the people of Syria are the ones that will suffer the results of these sanctions.
The question is whether the EU will now seize momentum to reshape its strategy and reassert itself as a key player in the resolution of the conflict. Jack Parrott, News.